Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. It's just pop the top of a Perrier juice. If you haven't had Perrier, I feel like I'm doing a commercial right now. Perrier juice. If you've not had one yet, they're good. It's not quite time for another beverage yet, but it's a beauty sunny day. It feels like backyard deck space, backyard deck time. I got held up a little bit. One of my neighbors were talking over the fence. It's that time where you see your neighbors that you hadn't seen and in whatever it was the last 6 months because of winter and you get the COVID out, people can be out and about and want to see each other again. So, but we're here to talk to the rookie and entrepreneur of the week. So guys, when you get on, just request to jump on and we'll go from there. But just excited to be outside. If I'm being very honest, it's a simple thing. Happy for the sunshine today. The neighbor I was talking to, Shresh, if you're listening right now, I got a lead for you. He didn't realize we did window cleaning. He knew I worked for College Pro. He thought we were painted. But my neighbor across my back fence is ready to go. So Matt, I got you coming on here. I'm just gonna approve you, and then we will get adding, and then we'll get Kiyan on here in just a second. But again, nice to be outside. Anyone out knocking on doors today? I'm assuming it's going pretty darn well for you. Kiyan, good to see you. So we'll let Matt jump on. Just as it's adding, Matt, sometimes that just takes a second. There he is. How you doing, man? I didn't know if I was gonna catch you in the field knocking on
Oh
doors, or
yeah.
you're ready, or what's going on? How you doing?
Yeah, I just woke up, so I apologize. My hair is a little
Oh my gosh, I just woke up. Well, I
uh,
don't know. I don't know what to even say to that.
I was gonna get a haircut, but Doug Ford shut it all down like the day after I decided I was gonna go, so I
Oh,
couldn't, but it's good to see you again.
likewise, my man. He's shut down haircuts, but he has not shut down cold calling for
No, he hasn't
residential
shut down
window
Rookie of the
cleaning
Week.
business. So he's not shut. We're still rolling with this. So congrats again on another awesome week, third time I guess that we get to chat. And I'd love to hear how the week went, but if there's anything that's different, I just, for you, the last time we spoke, you were getting a team rolling. You're really starting to move some of the external side of the business. Last week you had a great week. What was the story last week for you?
There's something wrong with this video. It's playing the like I'm hearing your voice after you're talking.
Oh, throw a headset in. See if that does anything for you.
Oh, yeah, I'll just deal with it. I'll just deal with it. Yeah, so basically, what, yeah, I hired more people for a second crew, and then, yeah, that was the only thing I did different that week. Uh,
So did they get going? Did you start your second crew?
yeah, I started having a few people go out, and somebody from my second crew was out with me today.
So I think that's 3 or 4 weeks in a row. People that have a second crew out or cold callers out or marketers out with them, they're getting significantly more results. So if you just started your second crew last week and they were out with you, what were some of the things that you were doing to have them get results? Like, I know that's a big piece of getting a second crew going. It's no point in having that second crew if they're
Yeah.
not working, right? So they're producing out with you. So how did you get them started? What were some of the things you did to help get them trained up and ready to go with you?
Yeah, so I trained them on the spot. We had a call a couple days ago where I briefly explained everything to them. And now I'm just trying to teach them on the spot and make them good. And most of them are good.
So a lot of people are looking for crew members. I know some people are challenged to find some good applicants. And so, where did you find your crew? How did you get your second crew?
So hierology, that thing, I have
Yep.
good people there. And the other thing that's good is that some of my friends are finding new people to come and want to work too. But I don't need them at the moment because I already have enough people.
Gotcha. So
Except
let your coach know that one. Let Justin. So if you've got some extra people, I'm sure there's other people out there that would grab them, scoop them up. Um, But hierology, and then it sounds like networking. So when you say friends, are those other people that are already working for you, or are those people that you just know that you're letting them know that you're looking for somebody?
Oh yeah, they're working for me, and they're trying to get some of their friends to come.
So I think that's a big one for anyone listening. That would be, you're still looking for people, the people that you've got hired, using them to network for other people that they may know that still are looking for a summer job. I think that's massive. So
Yeah.
that's again, that's a really, really big one. So what's your balance right now between new customers and previous customers? Is it more new customers now at this point, or
Yeah, it's a lot more new customers than old. I'm still getting previous customers, but not as quickly as I was.
awesome? And so for you, have you run into any previous customers while you're out doing external, or is it all just
Yeah, I'm getting a ton of people that have already booked when I go to their door.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's mostly new people that I'm getting to talk to. A lot of objections, but I'm still getting people.
Yeah, it's pretty normal, I think. So I'd say the average is something like 1 in 10 people you talk to will end up having an estimate done. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that makes total sense. So for you, anything you're doing differently this week or that you're trying different? I mean, how's your week going overall so far?
Yeah, so I'm trying to find more efficient ways to go out marketing. So we're minimizing wasted time while we're out there.
Hmm.
We've been spending a lot of time trying to figure out where to go next. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to limit that.
So what, that's pretty cool. Have you, so a couple things if you haven't heard them before to be able to do that. One would be um, using your PC list, right? So if you can sort it by postal code,
Yeah.
you can see if you've got a bunch of people that are on the same street or at least in the same area, that neighborhood's probably going to be pretty solid. The other
Yeah.
that I've used a lot in the past, and some people have done, if you haven't heard about it, is just using real estate websites. So when I say using real estate websites, you're not necessarily looking for the house that is, that's for sale, and you're not necessarily looking for the biggest. So if you look for, like, say, a couple of your postal codes or your city, right? If you Google like houses for sale in wherever, right? Fun Hill, Stony Creek, whatever it is, right? And you go, okay, cool. Like you pull that up and you pull the map, and you usually can filter it and sort it by price. And if you sort it from highest to lowest, you're not necessarily, again, always doesn't mean the best biggest house for sale is a bad one. You're not looking for that house that's for sale. But if you're looking at that list, what you're seeing is the higher valued neighborhoods, which are always going to be our target market.
Okay.
So like the top half of it. So if you're looking, it's like, I don't know, Forestwood Avenue, whatever that happens to be. It's all that neighborhood in Forestwood Avenue is probably going to be pretty solid. If it's like in the top 10% of house value in your turf or in that town, that's going to be a solid area. So it's a quicker way to use it. So I use real estate websites all the time. It's actually how I would do a lot of coaching when I had free. So you work with Jess right now, but like, so Jess works in Manitoba and Saskatchewan as well. She can't just know like every town in wherever, right? So if you if you look at Winnipeg or you look at a specific postal code and you can drill that down, she can from a different part of the country, find a better area where someone else is. So just another option, right? As you're looking through your turf, use that real estate website, sort the listings in your turf by price highest to lowest, and then find those streets on Google Maps. You'll be able to see a lot of the neighborhoods that are the highest valued areas in your turf, and you'll be able to get more leads there.
Yeah, that's good. Thanks for that.
You got it, man. You got it. Anything else you want to share? Anything else going well? I mean, people. I mean, that sounds like it's the biggest one for you. People getting out there, and it doesn't sound like any of the new restrictions are holding you back right now.
No, we're just we're just sticking to that, and hopefully Doug Ford don't shut it down again. But
I think
well,
we'll be okay one way. No matter what happens, unless they explicitly say no soliciting, or if, for example, for me, like if Amazon's no longer allowed to deliver to my door, or my newspaper doesn't end up in my mailbox anymore, then we're probably done. Until that happens, we should be good to go as long as we're still being smart and safe with it. So good luck with your people. Good morning to you, I guess.
yeah, thanks.
Good afternoon, morning to you, and we'll maybe chat with you again here in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'll see you.
All right, man.
Probably not next week. I don't think so, but the week after that, yes.
All right. We'll see what happens. You're throwing it down for everybody. So.
Yeah.
All right, man. We'll talk soon.
Yeah, I'll see you.
See you, Matt. All right. So, Kiyan, all you do is request. You're there. Look, it's like you've done this before, Kiyan. Figuring it out. Bang, bang. I'll let Kiyan jump on, but again, I think people is such a big thing. What's going on, Kiyan? How you doing?
Good.
Man?
How about yourself?
Good. You nailed it. This time you just straight on there again. It's like you've been here before.
I mean, it's a comfortable spot. I don't mind getting back there.
How are things with you?
Not too bad. Like, not too bad at all. I recently trained one of my assistant managers how to do sales. And he's getting like pretty pumped to do it. And I'm literally just gonna feed him to the wolves tomorrow. He's gonna have like four cold callers with him tomorrow. I'm just gonna send him to an area, and he's gonna be swamped at one point. He's gonna call me to come help him with estimates. I expect that, but like, it's just gonna be a lot of practice for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, things are going well on that end, and I'm like honestly happy that I could just have someone to like do sales for me, because it's like it gets exhausting sometimes. And like I need a small bit of like just rest before the season starts.
There you go.
So
there you go. Well, I'm glad you got someone helping you with it, and
yeah,
again, that's scaling, right?
Mhm.
Like you're just but one man.
Yep.
And you can only do so much.
Exactly.
So for you, I guess again, a couple big weeks. Like, you really, I mean, you had a 50K week last time we talked. It's basically a 50K week.
Pretty close.
Then another couple real solid weeks, and then a 20K week last week, which is the reason we're chatting. So I guess for you, what was the pathway to 20K? I think it was a pretty good split too, right? You had basically half of that was PCs from a big PC list, but you also threw down 10K in external, which is a rock solid week. So what are you doing to be able to do that?
So in terms of PCs, I'm literally doing bi-weekly texts and emails to my clients, just because I found that like when I was doing the piece, like some PC calling, most people were like, oh yeah, I got your email or text, I forgot to reply to you. And I'm like, aha. So like I could just send it in a bi-weekly fashion, and I'm still going to get a lot of people who are interested. The ones who say they're not interested, I take them off that list. Obviously, I want to respect their privacy and just their right not to like get messaged by me. But for the most part, I found like that worked really well. And like the beauty of it is, because you're sending so many messages out, that I'm still getting messages back, like still from emails and texts I sent like weeks ago of like, hey, are any of these spots available still? So I'm like getting that passive booking in. And then with externals, it's just I built a really big team, and I guess hit some like super money spots. There was like 2 days in a row where the team got like 37 leads each, or like not 37 leads each, but like each day we had 37 leads. And I had to like at one point send them home early, because I was doing estimates till 9, and I still wasn't like fully finished. And I had to do them the next day, and then it was a lot. Like it was just a lot of people want their windows cleaned, so get out there is essentially what I got.
There's a couple things I'm hearing in what you're saying. So like bi-weekly texts and emails. Sometimes people have texted somebody 6 weeks later for the second time and stopped because they're like, oh, I guess this person's just not interested. I don't want to bother them. Like I think for sure, like, I mean, right now, I mean, it's a busy time of the year.
Exactly.
But I have 10 unopened texts on my phone. I grabbed it to jump in here with you guys. I didn't even know I had on my first 2 pages, if I scroll, they're not there. I'm just like, I don't even know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to go back and look, and there's 10. I mean, for me, that's super unnormal. But at the same time, it's the time of the year. So, going over and over and over with it, I think that's huge. And then, yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's like it's window cleaning season. As I said, before we jumped on, I was talking to one of my neighbors. Or I texted you, I'm like, I got stuck with one of my neighbors because we were talking about window cleaning.
Right.
He was like, oh, they'll do like the second story. I'm like, yeah, no problem. We do like 25,000 houses a year. He's like, oh, okay. You guys know what you know what I mean?
Right.
So, Trish, again, I got to lead for you, but it's that time of the year. So for you, again, it's like building the teams, and then like being kind of like I'd say like respectfully annoying with your homeowners, because like it's just people aren't thinking about it right now. Like people with window cleaning, when it comes to their mind that they want it like now. So like for us to build the schedule, you almost need to be a little bit of a pest because like, I don't know, it's only March or it's only April. Like I don't want it right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like saying, you want, like I got my snow tires are still on my truck and like 22 degrees. It's gonna be a hard time to get it's only April. It's early, but I'm like, it's usually tough for me to get in and get my snow tires off.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like I leave it when you like, oh yeah, I want them off. Can I get them off today? No. Well, you're right. Like no. So it's the same type thing with window cleaning. So what's the biggest thing that you're doing differently this year? When I say that, I mean you're just ahead of where you've been, right? And because I'm hearing there's a few things that I'm hearing with interesting in watching your progress this year. Because this is what you're 5 for you, I think.
Sixth year.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
So it's like 6 years in, but you're ahead of where you've ever been.
Yeah.
And you were also just like the guys got into some money spots, which means you're kind of still finding pockets in your turf,
Yeah.
right? Like so, like just tell me a bit about that. Like what's going on that's different maybe this year for you?
This year, well, obviously we are marketing a little bit earlier, but I started with a big team like ahead of time, and we've just been able to cover so much ground that like we suddenly just hit these little spots of like we're getting so many leads. Obviously there are some spots that like there's not many leads, where it corresponds with like just other companies hit it first. But what I'm really finding is that I think we're the first ones to the door. I think that's the big part of it, is that we're able to cover so much ground that to some of these areas that we're the first ones to the door and people just scoop it up. Yeah, that would be it. Like I have trained teams ongoing, and obviously with client tether, like being able to like send multiple emails and texts to multiple clients at the same time is obviously a massive time saver.
Yeah.
That just enables me to like just do a lot more, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's cool. So you're using the tech to your advantage, but then I think that's big. Like first of all, it's huge, and I know where you are in Calgary, there's some restrictions, but
Mm-hmm.
for Ontario, I mean that says it, right? Like if we got to be smart, we got to be safe, but if we hesitate right now, someone's gonna eat our lunch.
100%.
Whoever wants that customer is gonna get it, right? I think that's a big one right now, as a whole. But anyway, anything else going on in your world that you want to share? You think's been going well that might help other people as they're navigating?
Like if you're struggling to hire people for your crews, just ask them, like pester them every week or so, like, hey, do you guys have any friends or like anyone that you know that might be looking for work? Because essentially 5 out of the 6 new hires that I have for my team this year for like my full-time staff, they're all basically internal. And even the 6th guy, he's sort of internal because he's like going to be like one of my clients' sons. So like it's odd, but like essentially everybody I hired is friends of the current crews that I have, and I basically didn't have to do any external recruiting, which was pretty fun.
Yeah, that's
So,
huge. I think if you, and Matt just said the exact same thing, right? When I say that, it's just a theme. If you're looking for the people that are already working for you, they're one of your best opportunities, right? They're connected to a ton of other people that are looking for summer jobs or don't have one yet or don't like the one they're at right now and want to do something different, especially if they're out marketing and getting leads and like they're just having a good experience with you so far. I mean, huge opportunity.
exactly.
So, yeah, your team, everyone we've talked to for like the last month, if things are going well, especially at like a higher level, they've got other people working with them, and so that's it's huge.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
They've got other people working for them, and like there's people who just want to step up. Like I didn't really notice this until yesterday, but essentially like one of the new guys I hired for one of my crews, that like my assistant manager recommended him, like, hey, I want this guy on my crew. My assistant manager already has trained him in window cleaning. Like he's cleaning windows, and I'm like, oh sweet, I just have to go over safety training with him. Perfect.
Yeah.
So it's just more of like delegating that task and then just having the shoes, I guess, available for the people to fill those shoes. Like I strongly believe that if you give responsibility and give extra responsibility to someone, they'll fill the shoes for it most of the time. You just got to give them the opportunity and the trust that they can do it. And if they're struggling, obviously you want to give them high direction and high support depending on where they are. But yeah.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I think it's again, if for anyone who's still looking for a team, there's lots of people still out there, right? And it is April, and time is starting to tick real fast. If you know your team built, it is unfortunately becoming the number one priority opposed to booking more.
Yeah.
But awesome to see you, Kiyan.
Awesome to see you too.
keep pushing, man. What are you trying to get to this year? I don't know.
Quarter milli is like the bottom
You're trying to hit
set goal.
250, eh?
Yeah, 250.
Do it, man. You can do it. Just do it. I was gonna say you can do it. Just do it.
We'll do it.
Just
We'll do it. Like we're
just do
almost
it.
halfway already, so like might as well.
Yeah, it's only April 9th. Don't waste your start. Get after it.
Exactly.
All right. Well, have a great
Yeah,
Saturday.
you as
Talk
well,
to you
Aaron.
soon.
All
All
right,
right. Take it easy.
bye now.
Yeah. Well, again, I think that's just a huge thing where when you have a theme, it's just so clear, right? The theme was people, and the theme was being able to add your team and fill your team out through the people you're already working with. So thanks, Matt. Congrats on the Rookie of the Year. Thanks, Kiyan. Congrats on the Entrepreneur of the Year. Congrats, everyone making progress right now. It is not easy. I mean, it's actually the easiest time in the market to make progress. It's not the easiest mental time to make progress. You got other stuff going on. There's restrictions like can I, should I, am I in trouble, what if, like all these other things that are in there. So I know they're real, and they are real, but make sure that you're taking them for what they actually are, and they're preventative measures. They're not there to stop you from making progress if you're doing it properly. So I hope everyone's having a great week. Happy Saturday to everybody, and we'll talk to you soon. Take it easy. Let's go.